The June 12th democracy speech of Peter Obi has triggered a lot of reactions. The ruling party is calling for his head. I repeat, the June 12th democracy speech of Peter Obi has triggered a lot of reactions. The ruling party is saying that he should be charged for treason. Peter Obi should be charged for treason. Look at the full Democracy Day speech of the People's President, broadcast live on June 12, 2025. That is Peter Obi. Now they are accusing Peter Obi of forming, it is like a parallel government. You are forming a parallel government. I hope we all know this is treason and Obi can be arrested for this. How can we have a president and somebody else is doing his own June 12th speech, democracy speech? Well, let's look at other reactions. Somebody, I think this is a lawyer, he says, Obi is baiting the president. But I know Bola Ahmed Tinubu is smart enough not to fall for it by taking a rash step. Doing this might lead to total breakdown of law and order. That is, arresting Peter Obi and also charging him for treason might lead to a total breakdown of law and order. Considering the number of followers he commands, they should either just ignore him or get people he listens to stop acting this way for the good of the country. Now, what Peter Obi said on June 12th as a Nigerian citizen, now, it has been taken out of context. Some people are accusing that he's talking like he's organizing a parallel government. He shouldn't make that speech, that it amounts to treason. Now somebody is saying that it's like a trap these guys are setting so that the president can arrest a Peter Obi. Then it will now lead to a breakdown of law and order. Now it will not scatter the whole thing, that they should either ignore Peter Obi or they should have to deal with the obedient movement. That is what somebody says. Is this not tantamount to acting like you lead a parallel government? Abime will just act like we didn't see this for fear of being mobbed. The Democracy Day speech has caused a lot of trouble in Nigeria today. Obasanjo collect, Saraki collect. When Tinubu said that, I will not put your house in order. Go and put your house in order. But I have joy, I derive joy in your house being destroyed. Or you. Saraki was seated there. Remember some years ago, Saraki snubbed a Tinubu during the Buhari era. You see, politics is a difficult terrain for people to just venture into. Politics is dicey. If you say one thing and some people don't like it, they bash you. You cannot be able to have to get the attention of everybody at a particular point in time. So you have to do your best. Politics, a game of interest. Now, Saraki is on the other side. He's in the PDP. And I don't think with this banter, Tinubu is bantering. Tinubu is trying to whip everybody in line. As the Jagaban that he is, he's trying to bully them and say, yeah, join the APC. Saraki was laughing when he made that statement. These camera guys, now then they cause wala for this country. When he made that statement, they had to pan the camera to face Saraki. This statement is for you and the PDP. I derive joy in your suffering, the opposition party. Obasanjo is the one that even collected the highest of the highest. I'm telling you. Let's dwell on this Peter Obi of the thing. Peter Obi committing treason. I'm not a lawyer, but however, a citizen, a Nigerian citizen, Peter Obi is not the president. That is my opinion. He's not the president. He does not hold any official post. He has not said he's going to form a parallel government. And when you talk about a parallel government, you know that a parallel government has shadow representatives, left, right, center. He's only as a Nigerian coming out to deliver the speech. However, some people looked at that speech as maybe trying to, the way they organized it, as if P2B was the president. They call him the people's president. APC, we know, during the time of Jonathan, they threatened to form a parallel government. APC is afraid of so many things. Somebody that killed somebody with knife, if knife pass in head, he's always afraid. They're afraid of so many things. So if they arrest Obi, what will be the implication? Okay, you charge him for treason for forming, like trying to topple the government. Like what Abacha did to Obasanjo. Abacha arrested Obasanjo, accused him of coup plotting. Coup plotting. But Obasanjo said that the reason why I was arrested is because I was criticizing Abacha's government. So if Obi is being arrested for coup, somebody says doing so might lead to total breakdown of law and order, considering the number of followers he commands. My take on this is that P2B is a private citizen. He can address the press. He can address Nigerians. He can address people that love to follow him. For now, I don't see him as somebody that is going to... If you look at the elections, during the elections, if P2B is that person that is radical, like a Wike, El-Rufai or Shore, if P2B were to be radical like these guys, I don't think that we will be where we are today. He will have been arrested a long time ago, when most Nigerians were boiling, saying that this thing is, when INEC announced 4 a.m. that Tinubu won the elections, uneasy calm like came over so many people. They were ready and hot and vibrant to go hit the streets, protest the results of the election, blah blah blah. And a Buhari this Buhari will have gladly taken advantage of it. I think maybe the Buhari wanted something like that to happen, was expecting something like that to happen. I'm telling you. P2B said, calm down. We'll go through the process. We'll go through the courts. P2B had to calm a lot of people down. Till today, many of these guys are angry with the P2B. I've met 2 or 3 persons that say P2B does not have the balls to take over power from the APC. He's doing this. APC under Tinubu administration. You don't have to be a gentleman. You don't have to play gentleman politics. You should be ready to go through a lot. Like I said, number 1 on Tinubu's mind is to become president. Number 1, there's nothing stopping that on Tinubu's mind, is to become president. So, P2B, if he were to be that kind of person that, look at Patutomi, saying that we are going to form a shadow government. DSS, I think Patutomi said he was going to arrive in Nigeria June 12th. That we are going to form a shadow government. DSS took it up. Everybody were on their toes, watching, monitoring these guys, because even security officers that are assigned to these guys belong to the Nigerian state. So through these security officers, they will be monitoring the movement of these guys. So the APC will be afraid of a shadow government. If you are afraid of a parallel government, it is not P2B that will run that parallel. P2B has not shown that he is of that stock of running a parallel government. Much more so, if you arrest the P2B, APC will get problem. If you arrest the P2B now with this political heat, APC will get problem. APC people that are calling for P2B to be arrested for treason because he did a Democracy Day speech. I don't know how that is. I don't know how that is against somebody. Okay, me, yes, I come, I sit down, I do my own Democracy Day speech. Normally, P2B has people that follow him, and whatever he says and does, they will react, they will respond to it. Probably they are looking at his followers, that the pressure his followers bring to the table. That is why they may want to say he's instigating an uprising. And no wonder the last NBAD governance protest that they had, They wanted to find a way to meet Peter Obi. They accused him of being part of the protest. They accused the obedient movement. From when they saw that they did not succeed, they now went tribal. Okay, now let's go to Obasanjo. Obasanjo also collected a stray bullet. The democracy speech of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, Obasanjo is being pictured as an enemy of the Yorubas. Obasanjo is being pictured as an enemy of the Yorubas by what Tinubu opened his mouth to say during that democracy speech. Now, Yorubas were compensated with presidency by the military over the demise or the circumstances that surrounded the death of Abiola. Now, the death of Abiola is still a mystery to so many of us. Some people have said that, some people at a particular point in time, the information they have about whatever is happening in Nigeria today, they are saying that they will go down with it to the grave. They will make sure that they go down to the grave with it. See, politics is a very diabolic place. Politics is diabolic and spiritual in Nigeria. You think that politics is ordinary. You think during the last elections, some people were doing sacrifice. People thought that sacrifice is, no, it's just ordinary sacrifice. These guys will do sacrifice for you to be able to act on your right. You find out that you don't feel the urge to stand up against the government. You don't feel the urge. You just feel complacency. You just sit down. You don't do anything. That is a spiritual force. Obasanjo was compensated with the presidency, Yoruba presidency. The people that fought for June 12th, both the ones that escaped to run out of Nigeria and those ones that were in Nigeria, they were locked up. According to the picture that Tinubu painted during that democracy day, Obasanjo did not honor these guys. And most of them were even the enemies of Obasanjo in quote. Now, Obasanjo is being pictured, branded as an enemy of the Yoruba people. A lot of curses, a lot of abuse on Obasanjo because of that Democracy Day speech of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And let's look at it critically. Obasanjo should have done a lot of things for the Yoruba people. However, looking at the sacrifices they paid, we know this. We know that the circumstances surrounding the death of Abiola would have not been the effort of the military alone. His brothers. There's no how a rat outside can know where the food is without the help of the rat inside. We know that the death of Abiola can be attributed to a lot of factors. People are saying this and saying that you meet this one. Somebody will say Yoruba elders, kings and obas, they know about this. You want to say Yoruba people, they betrayed him. You want to say it is Northerners. Everybody is saying different things from different sides of their mouth. But Obasanjo now is taking the fall for it. You were taken out from prison. Mind you, Obasanjo, when we talk about June 12th, Obasanjo is not part of the June 12th struggle. Obasanjo, like I said, he was accused of planning a coup against Abacha's government. And also, Obasanjo criticized Abacha's government. A great deal. So the fallout between Obasanjo and Abacha led to his arrest. Abacha really arrested a lot of people, dealt with a lot of people. Now, for Abiola to become president, according to reports, Obasanjo did not really buy the idea of an Abiola presidency. So take it out, the June 12th struggle for democracy, whereby some people boldly came out and challenged the military government head on. Obasanjo was part of the military. Challenged the military government head on. Yes, Obasanjo, at the end of the day, was compensated from prison. They gave him presidency. But yet, he did not bring those guys and honor them. According to Tinubu, he is honoring them today, calling Obasanjo the villain. Tinubu and Obasanjo, they will get problems, seriously. But Baba is getting old. Baba is getting old. Why can't the president use Democracy Day to address some of the actual things that he has achieved during the first 2 years? how he has brought democracy. We went to school and they defined democracy to us. But trying to use that system of diverting our attention from the real reasons why we voted a democratic president and taking us to a place where we don't know. Revisiting the Ogoni guys, Sarowiwa and Co., and those that fought, honoring them, blah, blah, blah. Remember, the last Democracy Day, Tinubu put his picture, big picture. They are playing with the minds of Nigerians. I know say Obasanjo will collect. You know go keep quiet. He go write letter. They watch. Baba go see write letter now. Wait, normally you know say Baba sabi write letter. The rivalry has started between Obasanjo and the Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If you're expecting, Saraki collected his own dose and he was smiling. Nigerians, I told you before. Anything governance, forget now. Politics straight. It is a game of politics. Now it seems the APC don't they lead 1-0. The coalition are looking for a way to organize themselves. See, it is not going. You are not. Don't. We will sit down and be watching what is going to happen. At the end of the day, nothing for the people, nothing for the masses. You and I will sit down here. The people that are the players involved go they play, they enjoy, they loot, they chop national resources, they do anyhow. Now, if you ask, what is democracy? In the first place, some people protested. You know, even be like say them protest. There was a June 12th protest. You know, be like say them protest because Nigerians are seeing that these protests are cosmetic. This is not a democracy that you come out and really air your opinion by not going through the system that has been captured by the tormentors, that has been captured by the dictators, civilian dictators. Like I told you, I said it before, I will keep on saying it from now till thy kingdoms come. The government is controlling the media. The government is controlling the activism space, the civil society space. The government is controlling protests. Now, I see protests now. I see protests. They are wearing uniform to protest. Nigeria of today, they are wearing uniform. A lot of people are into debt. If you see, a lot of people are living by the grace of God. I'm telling you, if you have worked in the oil sector, no Nigerian should have anything to do with poverty if you have worked in the oil sector. But Nigerians, you know one thing, I've come to believe one thing. Somebody that thinks he knows something, you can turn the person into a lunatic. Just take him through a process. You can break somebody, you see, person where they talk like say it's sabi something. Like he's intelligent, he's smart, he's a man in his prime, he's aware of his environment, he's a sane person. You can actually turn a sane person to a mad person. Take him through a process. For instance, some kidnappers will kidnap some people. At the end of the day, you see that the people that they kidnap start having affection for their kidnapper. Because they take them through a process. They are being broken. They break them. They take them through a process. That is why they are like this. Nigerians, we have been broken not to understand what good governance is, what democracy is. You see, people are talking about banter between Saraki, Tinubu, Obi, Obasanjo. What about Nigerians and what Nigerians are going through? What about the things that we should have benefited from Nigeria with all its vast mineral resources? After they steal the money finish, they will constantly tax you on the one way they suffer again. Like I told somebody, if Tinubu enters, it is you and I that we are going to pay for running of Nigeria. And it is happening. What is the president going to say on Democracy Day that would talk about how Nigerians are? It is not the one that tell you how Nigerians are benefiting from democracy. Instead, it's Obasanjo, it is Saraki, it's Obi. I just pray that maybe Obi is being arrested. The guy said they talk too much. Maybe they arrest Obi. So they do too much. Maybe they arrest him. Yes. But they will not arrest him. because they know arresting him is stoking a lot, both nationally and internationally. Arresting him will see arresting him, it go there for history, historical. But my own take is, when I restructure this country, there's nothing left for us to. People think that they are living. You know, a madman think that is okay. People think they are living. Nigeria go better. I was 2. Nigeria go better. I'm over 30. Nigeria never better. Pastor will tell you, Nigeria go better. Nigeria go better. This, that. Now, look at what we are facing today. So, politics is a difficult terrain. You know, most times when I do some of my analysis, some people abuse me, some people say this or that or that. I know they talk. I'll just look everybody. I just open my eyes, they watch. Because I know, man, it is sometimes it's like the wind. You just go left, right, center. We are waiting for Obasanjo's reply. We are waiting for what's he going to tell Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Then whatever it is, we'll get to that. May God help Nigerians.